Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your AEW versus NXT review of both shows. Before we go any further, guys, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. Both shows were really great last night. Let's just get into it. So we kick off AEW first of all. So AEW, FTR versus Jurassic Express. This was an amazing match, guys. Around about 12 minutes each, 3.5 stars, great. I loved this match. It was a great opener, one of the best for a few weeks now, and it was just a great match. Kenny Omega's on commentary for the next one. Frankie Kazarian versus Hangman Adam Page. Winner Hangman Adam Page. 3.5 stars here again. This was like 14-15 minutes, I think. This was one for the books. Really was a great match. It was action-filled, fast-paced. The ending where Adam Page looked for Kenny to celebrate and he wasn't there was pretty cool as well. Obviously you've got that breakup happening between that kind of tag team. I really enjoyed that. MJF versus Sean Dean. Of course MJF won. It was literally a squash match. It was to set up the next segment. MJF asked for a mic. He says he's an honest man. Moxley's not. Moxley cheated to win. Right now MJF should be undefeated. He asked to be called the undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned AEW World Champion of AEW Wrestling. He then asked to be announced as that. He goes on to say that he won't get a fair shake if he's not in a stable. He's normally a lone wolf, but maybe it's time to join somebody. It was a pretty cool little segment. This guy's money. He's going to be one of the biggest stars in wrestling. Private Party versus Chris Jericho and Jack Hager. Chris Jericho, Jack Hager picked up the win. Solid match, nothing special, literally just a solid match. 2.5 stars here. The NWA Women's Championship was Iversely, I think that's how you say it, versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa picked up the win. This was a really good match. I gave it a 2.5. It was a really good, strong, fun, enjoyable wrestling match. Just 2.5. It just didn't seem it deserved a 3. I was really struggling between a 3 and a 2.5 here, but it feels like a 2.5. Then we get Mario and Kip. They're working out. Mario says he just wants to get into the ring. Kip says he's still got a lot of training to do. And he's like, we'll be the best team, not like we are in Warzone, which was pretty fun. Lance Armstrong does a little thing. Jake comes out as well. This little segment here was okay. It was nothing special. I've broke it down into bullet points, so I'm just going to read them to you. So, Jake, once again, cuts a hell of a promo straight away. He does a fucking great job of putting anybody over the way he speaks. I like it. Taz comes out to say once Asher beats Moxley, Cage is next. Moxley then stoats out, surprise, surprise. Then he kind of back and forth. Then I think it's Moxley, Darby Allin, and Archer and Cage doing a thing next week. I don't know. I just gave up on this one because it really got kind of boring. Anyway, Santina and Ortiz versus the Best Friends. 3 stars, guys. Fucking hands down great match. Best Friends picked up the win here. I really wish Santina and Ortiz picked up the win. I don't think the Best Friends needed to win here, but it was a good match. It would have been 3.5 if Santina and Ortiz got that win. Overall for AEW, 3 stars. Tonight's show was great. Different than what AEW has been for the past couple of weeks. I'd say for the past 3-4 weeks it has been pretty poor. But tonight was really good. Segment's a bit bland, but the in-ring work was great. And it was a good show tonight. That's all I've got to say about that. So, NXT review. Io Shirai versus Blackheart. Shirai picks up the win. This was like a 15-minute match. 3.5 stars. Straight out the bat. Great match. These guys put on a wonderful show. And yeah, it was wonderful. And we get Desmond Torrey versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa picks up the win here. As expected, this was a squash match. Ciampa goes to get a chair. Jake Atlas shows up to interrupt and challenges Ciampa to a match next week. We hear from Finn Balor kind of saying that 4 years apart he was NXT champion and he's the best. He built NXT, kind of going on like that. Then we get Austin Theory versus Kushida. Kushida picked up the win. It was a squash match. It really hurt the show, I think, here with like squash match, and promos in between, because it just felt like it was a lull. But we kind of picked back up. NXT Tag Team Championship, Breezango versus the Imperium. Breezango picks up the win. 3 stars, great match. I love seeing Breezango out there doing stuff, always putting on a great show. And it was a great match. And we get Kamina and Lee versus Casey and Caden. Casey and Caden picked up the win. I gave us 2.5 stars because it was only like 4 minutes, so it was quite short. I feel like if they maybe extended it even to like that 7-8 minute mark, it would have been pretty good. I could have got like a 3, but this was a really good match, strong match, especially for the short time period, putting something really good on. Really enjoyable. Then we get Derek Maverick, Killian Dane versus Undisputed Era. Winners, Maverick and Dane. 2 stars here. It done nothing for me really. It advanced the storyline, it pushed forward, but it really just felt like it missed something somewhere. It felt like it was missing. Then William Regal comes out to speak to say there's 5 deserving contenders for the NXT title shot. He announces a gauntlet eliminator, 2-men start. Every 4 minutes someone new enters. Elimination can only happen by pinfall or submission, and the winner gets a shot. He didn't mention who was going to be in it, but that's there. Then we get the NXT North American Championship, Damian Priest versus Timothy Thatcher. All along, I knew Damian was going to pick up the win here. They're not going to drop him to Timothy Thatcher at this moment. This was like a 13-minute match. Like I said, I always thought Priest was going to pick up the win. It was a good, strong match. I know a lot of people don't like Priest. I do. I really enjoy his character. I like his in-ring style, that kind of hard-hitting stuff. It was really good. 2.5 stars here. Like I said, it was a solid match. The competitor was not unbelievable that he was going to win. Overall, guys, I gave the whole show 3 stars. This was a really good NXT. It was enjoyable, fun in-ring. The in-ring work was really good. The 2 squash matches, like I say, I feel hurt the show. I feel it brought it into a lull, and I just feel it would have been a little bit better if it didn't have that. But overall, it was a really great show. Between NXT and AEW, if I was to compare both of them put on a great show. I would call this a draw. There's no decisive winner over one another. It was a great match. It was great shows, great matches on both. Maybe would say AEW was a little bit more enjoyable with the in-ring, but then NXT had really great. It's a draw, guys, because there's no way you can pick between one another. And at the end of the day, who won tonight was wrestling fans. Getting these both shows back on the same night is what's really important, because it's good to see both of them. It's wrestling fans are winning, and that's the most important thing. We've got, no matter what anybody says that they don't like this or they don't like that, that's personal opinion, but we've got Raw, Impact, NXT, AEW, SmackDown, and the indie shows, the ones that people have been able to tape, obviously, and if they're allowed to get them done. It's enjoyable, it's fun, it's great, it's good wrestling, and tonight was the show of that. Both companies actually have put on a great wrestling show. I look forward to that little Tuesday, Wednesday. The Impact Wrestling, AEW, and NXT. Don't know why I just forgot that. NXT. Those 3 right now are really what I see. NXT is obviously WWF back in the day. AEW would be seen as WCW, and Impact would be seen as some sort of ECW. But I think these are going to be the main staple shows. Raw and SmackDown are obviously Raw and SmackDown. They've been there for so long. Nobody's going to come and dethrone them anytime soon. But those 3 shows are the ones that I really focus on a weekly basis. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for a wrestling game review. And also on Saturday for SmackDown review. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.